whole bunch of other things too.
Yeah, I bought it a couple of months ago, I think. I'm gonna start playing it tomorrow.
Cool.
It's so expensive on Steam, though.
Well, Jonas,
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
talk to you about Final Fantasy 14 at another time. In
Yeah.
the meantime, we have another game to play.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
I'm still loading the map.
It will take some time to load, most likely. So, tell me when that is done. But yeah, it's an interesting MMO. If you like Final Fantasy, that's a plus. Let's say.
I'd ask which one is it closest to?
It depends for the sort of for how the jobs and stuff is structured. I say Final Fantasy V, because you can freely switch between jobs and you inherit traits and stuff between the jobs. So you can be today I'm playing a monk and tomorrow I'm playing a dragoon, and you switch around. And you level them up all separately. So you basically only have one character, and you should level everything up separately. It's really interesting.
The map. I have loaded the map.
Fantastic. Sheep?
I seem to have loaded the map as well.
Alright.
Oh,
I think.
someone's disappeared. Oh, there he's back. It's one of his new at-will powers, invisibility.
So, just gonna say, I had to do a bit of recovery effort from last session to try to reconstruct everything. I think I've done it. I hope I've done it. If something breaks, we'll try to fix it, but hopefully it should work now. Some minor things might be missing, or like some player stats might be a bit different because I had to redo a lot of this from scratch.
Alright.
But yeah, last time on Summer Fun.
Pianos and shawls.
Yeah, indeed. Pianos and shawls. Poor Alvyn didn't have a good night, so to speak. Many things.
What happened to Alvyn? He got possessed by a piano, attacked by a scarf,
Yes,
and became Roldar's child.
that's true.
I'm not sure what the worst of the three was.
Son of Roldar. Alvyn, son of Roldar.
Embarrassed twice over by Roldar, because Roldar was able to just sort of tear the scarf in half in front of you and call you his child, so...
And Saloro got attacked by a burning ghost chimera, perhaps.
I wouldn't
but Saloro's
necessarily
used to
say...
that, I think.
I wouldn't necessarily say attacked, as Saloro just sort of perked an eyebrow and just went, the fuck, really?
Bitch, please. Alright.
I just criticaled your stuffed candy ass, and this is the best you got from me? For fuck's sake, come on, man.
Exactly.
You can't step to this. Can't step to Saloro. Can't even see him. He's so far above you can't even see him.
I am the motherfucking wizard, and you still couldn't hit me with that shit? What the fuck, man? Get the fuck out of here. Go home.
It was not a good night for the ghost. Alright.
You're drunk. Oh wait, you're probably trapped in between the worlds. You can't do shit. Ah!
Damn!
Roll 20,
Nick,
19, 19, 20, 18. Party dice.
So,
Big ghost.
the Vanguard is exploring the Foxglove Manor, or as some have called it, the Foxglove Homestead. And we left off where the party decided to go upstairs.
There's a lot of stairs here. Don't know how long I've been walking for.
A week. Let's see, Roldar is the first one up. It seems. Yes, indeed. So, Roldar, as you walk up, Roldar notices that the stairs seem to indeed hold his weight. They do creak, and there is a strange echo going up the stairs, as if your footfalls are somehow amplified and sort of echo out in the hall below. But nothing really seems to happen as Roldar makes his way up the stairs. And he enters over here.
These stairs aren't creaky enough.
You're on my face.
Yep.
That this session. Interesting. That's a thing, I
I'm
guess.
just
You already have a Mako. What are you doing with the Eladrin?
I want the ladder on my face. What?
No.
Cancel that.
Mm.
It's like I'm looking through DeviantArt for vampire pictures all over again.
oh.
That's a risky proposition.
Yeah, don't go to DeviantArt and look up Goliaths.
Okay, now I have to do
We
it.
all know
Don't go to
those.
DeviantArt, period.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because in Goliath from the Gargoyle series seems to make a very popular
Oh wow.
entry. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen way more of Goliath than I ever need to see.
Griff, I've got your Goliath right here.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Zip. This is off to a smashing start.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
Erevan, we have the large hallway, but we also have a door off to the right here.
The dust seems to be thicker up here when Roldar sort of leads the way. It seems like these halls are perhaps even less traveled than the ones downstairs.
I would think perhaps you clear the front part of the building. Seems there may be less over there, as well as the door immediately to your side.
If that is a door.
That is a door.
Okay.
Yes, checking this side of the building would be a good start.
Well, I feel I'll take the main door. Perhaps one of you could take a flank on this side in case.
Alright.
If anyone wants to go past Erevan, we'll let you squeeze past.
Alvyn is content staying at the back.
Strategy.
Oh no, Arenoss is doing the sounds too whenever he moves shit.
He
As he squeezes
hovers.
past. Like,
He hovers like.
God damn it.
Yeah.
It's contagious.
It is.
Roldar looks to Erevan, nods, pushes open the door.
A stone fireplace sits in the northwestern portion of this chamber. Paintings hang on the wall to the north and south, each covered over with thick sheets of dust and cobwebs that basically obscures whatever is painted.
Doesn't seem to have any links to that room, Erevan. Do you want to have a look in it?
Yeah, we'll have a
And
look.
Roldar throws a thumb over to this way.
Having a look would not be a bad idea. We don't want to get anything popping out at us.
Exactly.
So Erevan will try the door.
Alright, Erevan opens the door. In front of Erevan is a small landing. It, to his eyes, seem empty, and he can see the stairs sort of lead down. And he would estimate that these stairs might be the ones leading down to one of the side stairs you saw at the main hall.
I think these are the other stairs. I think these are the other stairs we saw downstairs. Just go inside. Check if there's anything else in here.
Roldar stays in the hallway, keeping an eye on Arenoss.
Alright. Yes, there are indeed a lot of dust and cobwebs in this room. The paintings, if Arenoss sort of brushes away the cobwebs, which I assume he does with a search check.
Yeah, it is.
Very well. The paintings seem to reveal, once revealed, seems to be portraits of the previous tenants of the manor. The three to the north seems to depict Vorel and Cassandra Foxglove and their daughter Lori. Vorel is tall, middle-aged man with long dark hair. He has a clean-shaven face, a dark blue noble's clothes. While Cassandra is a stern-faced brunette woman with wisps of grey in her short hair and a flowing blue dress. The 5 paintings to the south show Trevor and Cyralie Foxglove and their son Eladrin Foxglove and their 2 daughters Sandeli and Ziva. Trevor, like Vorel, is tall and thin, but with an even narrower face and a thin mustache. Cyralie is a young woman with long red hair and an impish smile. Each painting bears a plaque that identifies those in the picture within.
Alright. Arenoss takes a couple of seconds to look at each one. And, yeah.
Suddenly, it is as if the temperature in the room drops. Arenoss quickly notices that, from one breath to another, his air comes out, frosty almost, like it is indeed sort of, smoking. And don't move because I'm not done explaining what happens. The temperature and like frost starts to quickly build up on his clothes, as if he's almost being sort of caked with the cold. The figures all around on the portraits suddenly shift from paintings of living people to those of dead. Cassandra and Lori slumps into misshapen tumor-ridden corpses. Trevor grows pale as a long cut opens in his throat and blood washes down over his chest. Cyralie blackens and chars, and her arms, legs, and back twist as if broken in a dozen places. Eladrin Foxglove's flesh darkens with rot. His hair fall out, and he deforms into a emaciated monster. Both Sandli and Siva's portraits frost over, and perhaps the most violent of the ones, or at least most spectacular one, is Vorel's entire portrait. The frame erupts, and a sudden explosion of fungus and tumorous growths. This wave of fungus and disease washes over Arenoss as he stands in the room. And the growth and the fungus sort of seems to almost to cling to Arenoss, trying to climb all over him. He gets the feeling that something tries to burrow inside him to infect him.
Oh god.
And you can all act.
So I didn't have any time to react to the temperature drop and all the stuff.
It happens in a matter of seconds.
Alright.
You basically have one action each as basically a surprise action, one might say here. But yes, you have fungus and horridness climbing up your leg, trying to infect you with something.
Yeah. As soon as the temperature drops, Arenoss will start moving towards the door, and I guess then he will start running out as soon as the fungus starts attacking him. Just panics.
Roldar, as soon as Arenoss leaves, slams the door shut.
Very well.
And then he'll just stand in the hallway try to get everything off him.
How does he do this?
He just panics, he just rips everything off and try to get everything away from him, like the... Well, what exactly is trying to burrow into him? Is it maggots or...?
Looks like fungus and mold.
Right. He just tries to rip it off with this fist, I guess.
Okay. Let's see
Alvyn
here.
will follow Arenoss' example and run away. And hope that Saloro can do something, or not.
Well, Saloro, not having any idea what's going on other than the sorcerer just suddenly fucking panicking, and now he's trying to... Now he's manipulating his quarterstaff on himself, which... You know, sorcerers are fucked up anyway. They have weird interpretations of what you're supposed to do in order to properly cast magic. None of them work. So, Saloro's going to be strong and stoic and wonder what the fuck is Arenoss doing.
As Arenoss tries to scrape off the mold and the fungus, they attach to his hands and start to infect them as well. He sees his flesh quickly becoming pale and blackened.
Erevan won't know what's going on and will just kind of like walk out of here, see him being covered in this, and just like, what the?
Arenoss just looks at his hands and goes, "Help me, god damn it!
What happened?
Just look, god damn it! It's trying to fuck with the
Clock is ticking. It's getting worse.
Can I make like a knowledge check or something to work out what's going on here? Actually, is this?
What kind of skill would you like to use?
Can I like try using heal?
Yes. Well, Erevan is noticing that something seems to be trying to infect him. The fungus and mold seems to spread rapidly, and in his fevered mind, Erevan is trying to piece together exactly, what could possibly cure this or remove it. He's not quite sure with a check of 13.
You can't just watch it get spread all over his body right now. So
Arenoss drinks his healing potion, I guess. Tries that.
All right, sure. You can quickly try to drink a healing potion.
Oh.
As the healing potion takes effect, some of the mold and fungus seems to stop spreading. So whatever the potion did seems to have stopped the spread, but they're still sort of attached to Arenoss's body. And they pulse slowly, as if they are sucking something from him.
So what the hell do I do? God damn it, I don't know about this stuff.
I have no idea. Saloro, do you know anything? Like trying to...
Arenoss shows his hands.
So Saloro's sort of pupilless eyes are perhaps wrongly glittering with this all sorts of, like, interesting. As if this is the first time Saloro has evaluated Arenoss intently, as if he were some sort of experiment. What sort of conjuration or curious magical effect might this be, dear?
Saloro is pretty sure that whatever this tumor's growth is, it is necromantic in origin. Some sort of magical contagion or malady.
In that case, since Saloro still doesn't have the veil, perhaps menacingly enough, a slow smile begins to creep on his face.
What the hell are you smiling for?
I have just the thing for this, Arenoss. Hold still.
Roldar puts two fingers over his ears.
Arenoss raises an eyebrow and frowns.
Well, I'm going to be treating Arenoss as an enemy. Maybe.
You're gonna hit me with radiant damage, I guess?
I suppose I'm trying not to hurt Arenoss, but if he gets hurt, healing in the medieval era takes a lot out of the person you're trying to help.
It's true. It's true.
It really taxes them, and sometimes it outright kills them. Saloro, obviously your normal healing shit isn't gonna help. We don't have, like, a cure disease thing. We could try to spirit him back, but we don't know how long we'd have. So, instead, what we need to do is, well, first off, let me study you really, really, really intently. Let me think about it. Yeah, there we go. Let me get that going there. That +2 bonus.
Attack roll against target's will.
And he's totally not going to expect the fact that I'm going to attack him, because Saloro would never attack. It's a surprise.
Sure.
That's right.
I think I have a guess.
He would never do that.
Combat.
I may only have an
I
intelligence of
forgot to
10,
add
but
the +2, so that actually would be an attack roll of 23, which would hit his will for
Alright.
18 points of radiant.
All right, describe for me how this looks.
Well, again, Saloro, that suddenly sort of like that zoned out, like, the slow smile creeping up on his face, I have just the thing for you. And then this little green mote of energy appears around Saloro's head, casting the sort of alabaster flesh in this peculiar lime glow. And then the crystal orb of silver radiance suddenly springs into action, pulsing moonlight right in front of Arenoss' eyes. As the streaming radiance from the astral sea pours into his body. Really going after the fungus on top of it, but, he's a wizard, things happen. Oh, and he gains 4, let's see, Saloro gains 4 temporary hit points, Roldar gains 4 temporary hit points, Erevan gains 4 temporary.
Roldar gains 5 temporary hit points.
That's true, he does now with his newfangled things. As Saloro, and his intellectual self realizes that you gotta burn these things out, and Arenoss probably is not in the best situation to set himself on fire, so he's taking care of him.
Yeah, the radiant damage hits and scours the skin of the sorcerer, and as Arenoss himself gets hit rather hard by this, the fungus and mold seems to melt away under the radiant onslaught of the attack from Saloro.
Yeah. My head. Can
Orb
it have done that any
descends.
less powerful?
The orb descends back into Saloro's hand. He quirks his head, stares intently at the sorcerer. That seems to have taken care of it. Necromantic fungus, a rather curious specimen indeed. Saloro looks away, steps past Erevan, who has been inspired by the radiance, and goes into mumbles himself about how interesting that was.
Saloro will also actually notice that it seems, because that is an AoE effect, right? It's a burst.
Close burst too.
Right. Saloro does notice that it seems that even like the house itself actually, when it got hit by the radiance, it almost seems, a little less molded and decayed at the spot where this occurred. Almost as if something has been cleansed away from it.
Well, so Saloro definitely noticed that, while Arenoss is busy screaming and trying to... My eye! The fucking power of the radiant silvery moonlight. Saloro just casually points out to Alvyn, like, look there, observe. Truly the necromantic energy is at effect, for you can see how pristine the walls and the floor have become in response to the energy as summoned from the astral sea itself. See, Alvyn?
Oh god.
Alvyn is too busy thinking about what Saloro just did to listen properly. He definitely admires his direct approach.
Imagining, what if I'd done that? What if that had been me?
Yeah.
Roldar
have
looks
burning
through
spray.
the...
I think we should go in there then.
Erevan looks at Roldar,
Go ahead if you want to.
looks slightly concerned. Tries to calm Arenoss down, who's currently panicking about the radiant energy.
I just have a really bad headache.
I will inspiring word your headache away.
Yes.
Which will be +9.
I would be useful. I just didn't think it'd be useful in the first fucking attack roll I made with.
You couldn't have done like non-lethal damage or something like that?
No, you can't stun necromantic fungus and render it unconscious. That'd be weird.
Yes, go boy!
I guess not, no.
And the fungus lays down. Oh, I'm a bit famished.
Screw this.
I need a rest.
Unconscious, I like scoop it up, put it into like a vial or something, take it to Brodart. My God, good sir, this is amazing.
Ooh, and a necromantic phage. Oh, I say.
I'll show
Saloro's
those bastards
pet
who
fungus.
doubted me all this time. Yes,
I'll
yes.
show them. A few weeks later, Magnemar is plagued.
Arenoss just stands up. Thank you, and shrugs.
Saloro nods at Arenoss, but he's still busy mumbling in Alvin's direction about how, the radiant effect has totally purified the surrounding locale.
Erevan changes his blade with so much necromantic stuff here. Having the acid blade instead of the necromantic blade might be useful.
Oh, sorry.
Just toss Roldar.
Arenoss slams you into the door. Alright. I'm not going first next time.
Why was you? Why didn't Roldar go first?
I don't know. Same thing would happen anyway, so.
Seems there's more always.
Also
Very
in the
narrow.
room, there was portraits of the previous owners. Nothing really interesting, but stuff happened.
At this, Saloro has been slowly following behind Arenoss. A quiet smile perks onto his face, as Arenoss says nothing really interesting. The dialogue is now continued in Saloro's head. Why, yes, you see, obviously such a thing is most certainly not natural. Even though I rolled a 1 on my fucking check, I know it's not natural because I burned it with radiance. Yes.
Warlord sees a narrow set of stairs leading up.
Probably to the attic or to another floor. I don't know how big the building was from looking
Tall.
outside.
3 stories tall.
3 stories.
According,
So the next
according
floor.
to according to the DM, yeah.
Yes.
Just the stairs up. Do you want to scout out this floor first?
Finish this floor, then we'll move up, if needed.
Let's try door number 2.
Roldar pushes open the door beside him.
All right.
Describe this lovely scene.
I certainly will. Hang on, I'm just trying to remove the fog of war in a somewhat neat manner. All right. This once fine chamber has been destroyed. The bed is smashed, the mattress torn apart, walls gouged as if by knives, chairs hacked apart, and paintings on the wall torn to pieces, with one exception. A portrait hanging on the northwest wall seems to be untouched, although it hangs backwards, its unseen subject facing the wall.
Roldar kind of sighs, looks at Erevan, looks back in the room.
Erevan looks at you. Looks at the room.
And I go.
Roldar comes in, kicks a couple of things on the floor, making sure not to really touch them.
Dust and dead flies, move about as he kicks things. The air in here is stifling, to say the least.
I don't really see anything.
Just passive perception for 14.
I will attempt my perception, which could go horribly. Yep.
You see, nothing else but what I described: torn mattress, smashed furniture, the portrait hanging the wrong side, and the other ones torn to pieces.
We shouldn't touch anything.
Roldar just sort of pays his foot down. He's a bit more careful with his footing instead of knocking things over now.
I don't see anything of value in here, and specifically nothing, well, trying to eat me.
And no people like we were looking for, which is not surprising after what we've seen here.